So in a world that can tell us that, being emotional, being oversensitive is something to run away from, I want you to stand up for your emotions, just like we all should be doing, because we are truly the full spectrum of the rainbow. And I want you to know that when you express yourself and you come from a place of being heard, that claiming that vulnerability is such a sign of strength that it allows us to express ourselves over and over again. It's like working a muscle. You're so emotional, you just need to calm down. Can't you just get over it? You're being oversensitive. Hi, it's Lucy Sheridan, the comparison coach here, and today I want to chat to you a little bit about emotionals. I want to chat to you about emotions, your emotional well-being, and how our feelings can influence how we do in life, but equally how we need to look after our feelings like we need to look after ourselves too. It's really interesting, isn't it? Because the way we view our emotions, the way we view our feelings can be quite black and white, the good ones and the bad ones. Jealousy is bad, love is good, kindness is good, but uncertainty is bad, for example, or maybe feelings of insecurity. The thing is, they occupy a whole spectrum. Our emotions can cover every single colour of the rainbow, the horrible kind of bottom of a bog greens, right through to the beautiful, spangly, vibrant aquamarines. So we really need to be careful that we're not judging or excluding certain emotions, because ultimately they're part of our own spectrum. And I think that's important to highlight, because I hear a lot of clients kind of saying, I shouldn't be angry, or I shouldn't feel like this, or I shouldn't be jealous, and I shouldn't, and really judging themselves and how they're feeling. But ultimately, our emotions are like a GPS, they're like signals for us. And if we exclude or suppress one, then we ultimately exclude and suppress others. So for example, if you're going to suppress anger, then you'll never feel joy to the highest level that you can. If you're going to suppress grief, you'll never experience healing or feelings moving on to the greatest level that you can. And while our healing journeys are our own, and they happen one step at a time, sometimes at timelines that are not for us to prescribe, it's really important to recognise the process of feeling good and the process of moving through the emotions that we need to, so we can integrate ultimately what they're trying to tell us. So in a world that can tell us that, being emotional, being oversensitive is something to run away from, I want you to stand up for your emotions, just like we all should be doing, because we are truly the full spectrum of the rainbow. And I want you to know that when you express yourself and you come from a place of being heard, that claiming that vulnerability is such a sign of strength that it allows us to express ourselves over and over again. It's like working a muscle. So be really kind to yourself. Please don't put your emotions into camps of good or bad, because ultimately they just are. And it's for us to respect and look at the effects of them so that we can live our version of a happy life, whatever that means for us. So forget the labels, both the ones given to you and the ones you give to yourself. Take a clean look at how you're feeling and know that those emotions are there to be a GPS and try and give you indications of what's for you or maybe what isn't so much for you. Thanks so much for joining me for this emotional video. If you've got any questions or comments, I always love to chat in the comment section, so please do meet me there. Thank you so much for joining me.